I am excited that today's Father's Day. It's fun to be a dad and to celebrate dads, and we're going to do that as best we can this morning. Hey, I want to give you an update on our All In campaign, and for those of you that are new here, I want to kind of clue you in. For those of you that have been through this journey with us, we're going to be committed to giving you regular updates, probably every other week, about what's going on, and in some intense seasons, we'll go, every week. But we're going to update you through the email, so if you don't get our weekly email, make sure you sign up for that and get registered there so that you'll get that out to you. But here's the update. So just catch everybody up. In the last 6 months, you guys have given, we've taken in over $500,000. Okay, $500,000. Yeah, you can clap for that. And that was to buy a piece of property that's just over $900,000. So in addition to that $5 million, but not $500,000 that you gave, you committed to give over $600,000 over the next 3 years to pay off that. So we closed on property a month and a half, 2 months ago almost. Okay, so the property is ours. It's not completely paid for yet because our commitments will continue to pay for that. So if you made a commitment, thank you. Be faithful to that commitment because we're counting on it to pay off the loans that we took in order to close on that property. If you cannot, for some reason, if something changes and it makes it unable for you to fulfill your commitment, just no threats, no pressure. Just communicate. Just send us an email to let us know that. And those of you that are maybe new and hey, you can kind of fill in that. So jump into the campaign because I'm sure life's going to change in the next 3 years, unexpected for people, and jobs are going to transition. People are going to move and so forth. And so step in with us to kind of fill in that gap. So that's where we're at right now. The property's ours. For those who don't know, the property's probably valued somewhere around $2 million piece of property. So it's a really, really incredible thing that God has led us through. All right? What's next? Okay, well, we've met with the DOT, and, a little important thing is they're requiring that the entrance to our facility is going to be directly across the street from the entrance to the emergency room center. Okay? So when you're driving down Rocky River towards 485, that emergency, the main entrance there is on your right. You'll just know that directly across the street from that's where you're going to be turning in to go to church as well as a host of other things in the future. So that's a really cool little update. Something you can be praying for is on July 21st, we have a scheduled rezoning meeting at Harrisburg Town Council. And so everything looks great for that, but we always pray for everything to go well so we can get the right zoning so we can do what we got planned there. And then I think maybe we've hired a company to come in and remove the water tower. That's a requirement of buying this property. So I know some of you had some fantastic ideas about how we could use a water tower and do ropes course and above ground, way above ground swimming pool. All the way to a bungee tower, to let's cut the top off and do, skateboard park. I mean, you got pretty creative with that, okay? It's coming down, okay? And so we hired a company to do that, and that should be down by the end of September. So in the coming months, there's just a lot of little details, engineering stuff, and all the stuff that you kind of got to get in line in order to move towards breaking ground. Our hope right now is to break ground late February, early March of next year. So I'll just keep you updated on that. And, one thing to keep in mind, we didn't go through this and sacrifice and give all this money so that we could buy property and get in a situation where now we got to take up more money and try to build a building. That's not our process. That's not what our vision has been. We have business partners that are building the facilities and these businesses for us. So we're working with them, raising some investment dollars and all that. But, Lord willing, we've just went through the last fundraising campaign as it relates to land and buildings in this church's history. So it's a pretty exciting thing. If you grasp the idea that this is it, all right? So let's just stick to this, and let's just pray that the Lord works out the details on other things, and everything's going great right now. So if you want more details about that, please ask me or ask Derek. Derek, at this point, knows pretty much more about it than I do because he's been diving deep into the details. And so we would love to share with you any other updates, and we'll just be committed to keeping you updated because you guys are the ones that sacrificed and gave so that together we could make this happen. So be in prayer for this. And we'll see what the Lord does.